What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back with another video, the second of the day. Hopefully everybody is having a great New Year's. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel, watching the video. If you missed my earlier video today, it was kind of the start of a series, or at least what I'm naming it's called Rand's Indie Spotlight, where I, shine the spotlight on basically any indie game that I play, whether good or bad, to give some shine to some of the lesser known games out there. Anyways, we talked about Steel Rain X, or I talked about Steel Rain X. But this video is going to be about Project Scorpio and PS4 Pro. It's a subject we talked about last night on TXR Podcast. By the way, check out the podcast. It's really good. It's on Monday nights. The link is in the description to the channel if you want to check it out, as well as, all my social media stuff. If you want to follow me around everywhere, that'd be great too. Anyways, we talked about both systems, and mainly about Project Scorpio 95% of the time, and what we were looking forward to during the year, what games we were anticipated. But I want to do this video because I have a couple issues with Scorpio and PS4 Pro, and this goes to both systems. This isn't like a video knocking one and praising the other. This is a video that's going to be more negative slanted towards both systems, so hopefully you guys watch the video, and if hearing bad things being said about your preferred system makes you angry, then you should probably turn the video off right now, because the things I'm gonna say aren't exactly the best, or these are my problems with both systems. Okay, I have a couple issues with PS4 Pro and Scorpio. Mainly, the biggest issue I have with it is the lack of actual true exclusives on either one. We buy new systems, we upgrade from Xbox to Xbox 360 and then to Xbox One, because eventually there comes a point where they make games that are only available on those systems. That's why people upgrade. I understand technology gets better over the course of time and they can't make those games on those systems, but we're at a point now where the Scorpio is going to be 6 teraflops, the Xbox One is 1.3, and all that tech jargon, and the same thing with the Pro, it's more powerful. So they're significantly more powerful, and yet we're not getting any true exclusives on either of those systems, and that kind of makes me want them even less. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm going to get an Xbox Scorpio or Xbox One 4K, whatever Microsoft and their marketing geniuses over there decide is the best way or the right name for the system. I'm going to get one, but I'm just trying to air some of my concerns. The fact that there's no true exclusives, the fact that every single one of these games that come out for the foreseeable future, because I think there will be exclusives 4 years from now, because I just don't think the Xbox One S could run games 4 years into the Scorpio's life cycle, but that's neither here nor there. For now, they've all said that every game will run on Scorpio, will run on Xbox One S, and same thing for the Pro. But the fact that I can essentially get Crackdown 3, and for the most part get the same exact experience on my Xbox One S, it's like, what is the reason to get the Scorpio, right? Like, the reason has always been you get these new systems to play these new games. Like, Halo 3 is coming out, but Halo 3 is only on the 360. That's the reason to ditch the original Xbox. But it's not like that anymore. And it's kind of weird. I'm kind of in this thing where it's like, well, I want the system because it's brand new, and I do have a 4K TV, so I can actually take advantage of it, but it's like, for instance, I'll give you an example. If Halo 3 Anniversary comes out next year, right? Like everybody kind of assumes, and it's 4K 60 on Scorpio, on Xbox One S, it's going to be the same exact game. The only difference will be maybe a lesser frame rate. It'll probably be, not a lesser frame rate, a lesser resolution. And that bugs me. Like, I like playing new stuff, and the fact that there's going to be nothing new is like, why do I need to even upgrade? I don't know. I know I've talked to some people and that bothers them too. There's no need to upgrade, and I understand Scorpio and the Pro are for the ultra hardcore audience, they're not for casuals, but it's that is a big minus in my book, is the fact there are no true exclusives. The other big problem I have with both systems is, look, power isn't the be-all, end-all. I hate this talk I see on Twitter and on YouTube and elsewhere that power solves everything. Power makes games good. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It never has. Hell, I've listened this whole entire gen, you know, from 2013. I've listened to Xbox fanboys say that resolution doesn't matter, and yet now we have people talking and praising the 6 teraflops of Scorpio. It's like, well, what is it? Does power matter, or does power not matter? Does resolution matter, or does resolution matter? Or does resolution not matter, or does it matter? I don't know. You know, if you listen to certain people, like, it matters. I guess it matters when it matters to them, or when the agenda fits, right? Game is good based on how it plays, right? On the art design, the gameplay, the sound, everything like that, it comes to make a better experience. In fact, I've been on record this whole gen saying that so far, in my opinion, the 360 gen has outdone this one, and I feel like we're just retreading last gen. Like, none of these games that I played this gen have made me think this wasn't possible or on the last gen, or like this is just a souped up last gen. And that's kind of disappointing, because every single time we've gone forward, I've always felt at some point down the road that this just wasn't possible, you know. So to see people just run with the power narrative is kind of disappointing. And I mean, I understand that's what people do. Like, when you're on the, you know, when you're on the console that that is not as powerful, you say it doesn't matter, and then when you are on the console that is the most powerful, you say it matters. So it's funny seeing both groups kind of do the flip flop. It's funny seeing people say power doesn't matter, and then suddenly Scorpio comes out and power now matters, and then it's funny to see the PlayStation fanboys talk the entire gen about how power matters, and now all of a sudden power doesn't matter. It is absolutely hysterical to me, because you have this game, which I'm showing a clip of, Inside. Inside's a great game, and it's a great game because it has great gameplay, because it has great art direction, because it has great animation. Not because it's running on a 6 teraflop beast. That has nothing to do with it. All the games we play are good because they're good games. They'd be good games regardless of the power behind them. They just would look better. I don't know. I would need to see. First off, I game on an Xbox One S, so I play upscaled. Like, I've been playing a lot of these games upscaled to 4K, and some look good, some don't look any different. I guess I would need to see what native 4K gaming is all about. But to me, I've been pretty apparent about this. I don't really care about resolution. If you're gonna give me a choice with Scorpio, Microsoft, if anybody is watching this video, I would prefer frame rate. Frame rate is something tangible, something that affects my gameplay experience positively and negatively. Negatively in the sense when I play it and the frame rate drops all over the fucking place and affects my gameplay, my view of the game and my gameplay experience in a negative way. It sucks. But hey, if I can get a game like Forza Horizon 3 with a rock solid 30 or rock solid 60, just give me goddamn locked frame rates. I don't care if the game is at 1080p or 900p or 4K native or 4K upscaled. I only care about that frame rate. So hopefully, because we don't even know what Scorpio is going to do. We don't know about Scorpio Pro Mode. There's too much in the air. But I just wanted to talk about two of the biggest issues that I have with the Scorpio and the Pro. Hopefully I didn't piss off too many people. I know I probably did, but oh well. This is just my thoughts and my opinions. Well, for those of you that are left, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you liked the video, hit that like button. Consider subscribing for more daily content. And hope you have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.